Etra saw it. My name is Kuroki. This is a story from when I was in high school. It's so cold. The ocean at night is so cold. We lived in a small town next to the bay with my grandpa, Akamatsu, my father, Tachibana, and my mother.
Hey, Kuroki! Get over here!
Coming! I'd always helped them out from when I was young, and went fishing with them. However, I didn't think that I wanted to take after them and become fishermen. There's a bunch of reasons for that. It was always fish on the dinner table, and my scary grandpa always yelled at me. It's good, but I want meat already. I hated waking up early in the morning too. The worst thing though...
It's so good!
You can't drink, Grandpa! What are you gonna do if you drive into something?
Come on, Kuroki! Don't be so uptight! You're never gonna lose your V card like that!
I'm not good with my grandpa. We were all supposed to go out together too, but my father wasn't feeling well, so I was out with just my grandpa. This is what you do the second that Dad doesn't come.
It's fine, just a little relaxing.
Grandpa!
Just kidding! It's non-alcoholic! Gotcha!
Little... My grandpa was very serious and goofy at the same time. Completely the opposite of boring old me or popular Dad. He's pretty random and doesn't mind lying. Honestly, I did not feel comfortable around him. It was just us fishing out here, and I never would have guessed what we would encounter.
Oh yeah, Kuroki. You hear about what happened a few years ago?
Huh?
You know the Suzuki's a few blocks down? Well, there's a house a little farther down that had a girl that was around the same age as you. She jumped into the ocean one day and killed herself.
What? Why?
I don't know. I guess things weren't going well at school. A few hours later, my friend went out to go fishing.
What is that?
He could see something floating in the dark ocean. He thought it was a buoy or something with its line cut. So he got closer to get a better look. But it wasn't a buoy. I'm sure she was eaten by some sharks or something. It was just her head that was left, and no one found anything else. So we still sometimes see it.
What do you see?
A slowly floating thing in the middle of the night. A ghost staring into our souls!
Ah!
What's wrong, buddy? You scared?
No, your voice and face scared me.
It's always so fun to mess with you. I'm joking, by the way. Don't worry.
You're always lying. I'm never going to believe you again.
Calm down.
I was always being teased like this. This is why I don't like being with just him. I continued fishing, vowing to not be fooled again. The sun was starting to come up when... What is that? It looks round. A black buoy? It was just a head floating. Grandpa?
What is it?
There's something floating in the ocean! It might be a person!
What, you're still spooked? There's no way a person is out floating this far. You're never going to get a girlfriend being that scared.
Just look!
What? Yeah, there's something there. But that doesn't look like a person. It's bigger than a person's head. Is that?
What is it, Grandpa?
Kuroki, we need to get the hell away from that thing!
What? Why?
Hold this right now!
Are you trying to scare me again?
Shut up! You can tell when I'm joking around! Look, I'm going to get as far away from that thing as possible! Do not lose track of it! Make sure you keep eyes on!
Okay. Grandpa moved the boat from the object and called someone in a hurry. I could see it even clearer after it got brighter, when it was a reddish, brownish, round object. I don't think he's fooling around right now. What is that thing? Then... a little while later, a big ship came near our boat. Grandpa, what's that ship?
It's the Coast Guard. We're having them take that thing.
Hey, Grandpa, what is that thing?
It's a sea mine.
What? A mine? I heard those words and froze up. If that mine had hit the boat, it could explode and sink the boat easily. It was an extremely dangerous naval weapon. During World War I, there were 24,000 mines used, and during World War II, there were 70,000. There are still undetonated mines floating adrift in the ocean. So that was floating for almost 70 years now? I can't believe I'd see something from a world war this close. The mine that we found was swiftly taken care of by the Coast Guard. It looked reddish-brown because it was rusting. It was absolutely a mine that was used during one of the world wars. If that thing had exploded, this boat would have been toast too.
This is an old story, but one of those landed on the shores after the war. It was right after the Pacific War ended. Police had noticed the mine and tried to carry it out, but...
What is that?
It's a mine, apparently.
Wait, seriously?
Hey, get back! Be careful. Yeah. Oh shit!
The mine hit the side of the island, and it exploded. The officer and all of the cops were injured or killed. There were over 60 people that were killed from the blast alone. The explosion also sent some debris flying far off. If you didn't find the mine and it hit our ship, you're right. It would have shredded the boat and us. I never would have thought I'd see one myself. This is extremely rare, but we have to be careful.
Yeah, I never would have thought that I would find a weapon of war far scarier than any ghost in my 17 years of life. Just like my grandpa said, if I didn't find it, we may have died. We left the boat and went home. Currently...
Hey, Kuroki! Help over here!
Coming! I ended up becoming a fisherman, like my dad and grandpa. I couldn't get over that incident, and I've been thinking about how I can react calmly if I were to ever run into one again. Ah! Freshly fished fish is seriously the best.
You always talked about meat when you were younger.
Seriously?
I just got older and learned better. More than anything, I thought my grandpa, who was just a goofball, was a lot more of a man than I thought. I thought it was badass. My grandpa's calm judgment helped me stay alive. I want to be like him and be able to figure out what to do calmly like him. And I hope I never run into one of those things in my life.
So, when are you gonna find a girl?
Let's not talk about it.
ご視聴いただきありがとうございました。やはり幽霊より恐ろしいのは人間ですね。人が恐ろしいものを作っていなければ、誰かが犠牲になることも、海に流れてきて、また違う誰かが怖い思いをすることもなかったわけですからね。それにしても、あの時堅くなにあれと言っていたのは、下手に嫌いだということを伝えたら、怖がらせて取り乱す可能性があったからですかね。そう判断し、いざという時に冷静に対応できる姿はすごいですし、かっこよかったでしょうね。皆さんはどう感じましたか？コメント欄に書いていただけると嬉しいです。また、少しでも怖いなぁと思った方、チャンネル登録と高評価をお願いいたします。